It's all grace. Even faith. Even faith is like grace. Since faith is just a sense that all is well. Period. You can focus on the present moment because your mind is not worried about how the outcome of things in the future. If it needs to plan for something in the future, it has the ability to do that, but it doesn't worry about or create worst case scenarios about the future. Tell stories about the present moment to create a cloud. And if it does, we have satsang, which is a way of kind of tuning our spiritual reflexes. So that when the mind turns to attack, even the mind may continue the attack. But there's a level, there's a shift in awareness or consciousness that watches everything on the screen. Doesn't want it to change necessarily, but is more fascinated with this perspective of watching than it is with, oh, I don't want to be suffering. Or let's say the mind is, you had the death of a loved one and the mind just can't stop thinking about, or maybe a pet died and just can't stop thinking about it. It's just thinking about it and thinking about it. And then at some point, the intelligence within, the part of you that is in tune with the greater intelligence, silently and without disturbing the tirade, detaches itself from the whole drama. And the mind continues to fret about this pet that's in the past, or this loved one. And there's a part of you that's silently at peace, watching in awe of how that can't touch you. It can't reach you. This is supposed to devastate you and tear your life apart, but it can't reach you if you're watching from the place of truth. Your true self is a drama-free zone. It is your safe place. It is your rest haven. It's where you can go cry to mommy, and be a baby, and be weak, and be vulnerable. It's okay, because when you go there, you inherit all of your power. It's like you embody the empower, the confidence, the sureness, and the awareness of the intelligence, the same intelligence that makes sure that the sun doesn't get too close to the earth. Over and over again, as this happens, you start to get, it's kind of like you're saying, wait a second. Every time I worry about something and then everything unfolds, everything is fine. And then I look back and I forget what I was worried about every single time. And then the intelligence that tries to keep you worried and separate from everything gets swallowed up. and the intelligence that tells you all as well. It might fight, kick, and scream, but it's like a little yapping dog. You're like, oh, how cute. Oh, so cute. What can it do? What can a mind unidentified with really do? What power does it have? It's like the title of that book, The Untethered Soul. Think about being untethered. You play tetherball, that's all I can think of. You hit the ball around. Somebody just cuts the string, that ball is free to go. Untether the ego. Set it free. It's harmless. By tethering it, that's identification. I think that's the identification with it. And I'm not talking about momentary identification with something that the mind is going through. No, that's a part of experiencing. You don't want that to go away. No one wants that to go away. The enlightened beings, even Muji and Nadia Shanti and Ramana Maharshi, they all identified with certain things, like passion with a woman, or, laughter with a friend. That's a part of experiencing. And when you're in that experience, even now, it's like I'm identifying in a way with this identity of a spiritual teacher, But there's no continuity in that identification. It's like the spaces in between thoughts help me to realize that even when the thoughts are going, they're just inside of consciousness. The thoughts are inside of me. Sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not, but I'm always here. Sometimes my mind is here and it's got me up. Sometimes it has me down. But there's a part of me that doesn't go up and down. It just kind of loosely allows life to unfold. Not too many attachments to the outcome of things. A relaxed type of, it's kind of like that person who, plays on a professional basketball team for 20 years, makes millions of dollars, and never got in the game because he just sat on the bench. But his team was good. They won all the championships. He has all these rings, but he never got in the game. He didn't have to stress on anything, He wasn't as stressed out or worried as the other players because they know they wasn't playing. That's how this life is. It's like, sit on the bench, ride the bench. Because I could say that you're on a winning team. The ego, the collective consciousness out there, that collective ego, it thinks that the world is doomed. It's doomsday out there. There's war, and famine, and greed, and blah, blah, blah. But that team, if you call it a team, has to operate within the intelligence of the whole. So whose team are you on, right? It's like silence has something to say to the beings. I didn't say that silence had something to say to Zoria or Allison. No. The stillness is crying out to the beings. Your responsibility is to listen. That's how you make the world a better place.